morning, Jermaine. Thanks for coming in um, to discuss the issues you're dealing with right now. This is for my class, psychology, rehabilitation, counseling. I wanted to know what is a major problem with bringing you in today. So, essentially, why did you come in? Speak with me.
Well, I guess it's talk about stress and like stuff going on in my life.
And what would be a stress? An example of stress.
Headaches, death, just isolation, and that's it.
So you're saying that you're stressed um, due to that, and I want you to elaborate more on that. Is it something that you wish on yourself? Is it something that you see, or um,
It's something that I see and hear, and then I notice I was doing it to myself.
okay? Now, when you see it, how does it affect you? Because is it intimate people in your life, or is it just ordinary people?
Intimate people.
Okay, and we know we know I'm your uncle, so I know what you mean. I want to, I have to bring it out, pull it out, you, because I can say it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an example of a devastating incident that you had to deal with?
Me laying on that bed next door, to hearing brick banging on that door, to me waking, opening the door, to her falling in my arms, bullet holes and bleeding.
Who?
To her telling brick, her telling me that they just shot us up, and me going outside and seeing they dead in the car with a big hole in her head, and her eyes wide open.
Okay, and how did it affect you? Maybe it was your sister, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how did it affect you?
It just tore me down because I said, why would anybody want to hurt a good person like this?
Okay, and what happened after you received the knock on the door, and you went to the car and you saw her?
I was getting my head rubbed on, and then I got up, and ran down the steps, and I got to the door, and it was over.
Did you drive to the hospital?
Yep.
Okay, so you drove to the hospital. And what happened during that time?
I sped down to the hospital. She kept falling and leaning, and little brain matter would come out, and I just let her lay on my arm, and I got her to the hospital. And then they took her out the hospital. They took her out. They opened the door and they didn't see her bullet wound until they seen her face. And then they yelled and they dropped her on and let her fall on the damn ground.
Okay, and so that's a major cause of depression, and that describes the violence you're talking about, and that's towards your sister. And how does that affect you? How did it affect you, and how's it affecting you now?
It affected me because it was like, fuck, somebody wanted to do something like that. So this type of person, and give you a kid off their cold stone bat for your kid, or just anybody. And it's just like, I feel it's like, if you loyal and you doing something for a good cause, I just feel like it was selfish and petty, and that's why they turned me up so bad, because I felt like it wasn't respected, and it wasn't respect. Maybe she's like a, we all watched her grow up type, you know.
Right.
So it's like an OG.
So, as a result of what happened, how are you today? What are you going through today as a result of what
Today I'm
happened?
going to do nausea, um, I can barely eat, um, tiredness, and that's it.
Okay, and at our last session, you mentioned drug use, correct? And we spoke about how you were killing yourself with by using drugs, correct?
Hmm.
And self destruction, is that something you're intending to do? Is it how you feel now?
Yeah.
Okay, and how can that change?
People, places, and occurrence, and people, places, things, occurrence, things you do, routes you take, and if you want to fit, if you really want to fit, you just gonna get through
Okay, you're gonna get to what?
it. Do withdrawal phases and all that good stuff.
How many times have you gone through withdrawal phases?
Since 11 days, I've been out my sister's house.
Okay, and prior to that, has there been any other
No,
attempts
no.
to become sober? It's your first time attempting to become sober?
No, I be just sitting at home chilling, and then I just go outside and then I wind up back on the shit. So
Okay, so when you go back out, you find yourself in that vicious cycle
yeah,
of abusing.
uh-huh.
Okay, and I notice shakes right now, and you said that's a symptom of recovery, correct? And in our last session, you talked about peace in your life, stability. Okay, what is stopping you from having peace and stability right
We can't keep my jobs and me saving my money to get my spot and hook it up and just go to work and stay home
now? And how come you cannot keep a job?
because I'm too busy chasing drugs.
And how, if we were to speak today on changing that, how would you go about changing it? Like right now, you said you've been sober for 10 days, correct?
I starting to start seeing doctors and getting my body checked out and seeing what I really need for my body.
Okay. And how do you feel about loneliness?
Com- complete.
Okay, because I see that. And if you don't mind, can we talk about that as well?
Hmm.
In your mind, what is loneliness?
People calling me, keep asking me for stuff, and I give it to them, and they're not sending me my money back. And me not being able like to have my phone and gotta use government phones and because nobody holding you down when you down.
Okay, so that's not quite what I'm looking at when I say loneliness. What do you mean by loneliness? Or what is the definition of loneliness to you?
I could say that me not really trusting nobody outside and being on that drug and just being by myself.
Okay, and so you actually hit the definition that I think that we both agree with, and that is the state of being alone. And do you find that when you're around people, you still feel lonely?
Mm-mm.
So when you're around people, you're not lonely. And, okay, and how is that? Please explain
Because we had like conversations and we might be walking somewhere. I don't be lonely when I'm around people. But when I'm not around people, I get so lonely, emotional,
that. Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Now, there seems to be a theme here. I also am noticing there's conflict. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
um, through the killing and violence, how um, the vicious cycle of drugs and so forth, and how people are using you. I heard you correctly asking for things and not returning it. How do you deal with that?
I just deal with it. And that's when you see me get asking like people, like, can I get a cigarette or $1? Or, and that's when that come in.
Okay, and what describes? How can you tell me about your weight loss?
I don't understand it. That's why I said I need to get my body checked out. Or maybe it's just because I'm not eating.
Okay, that's not eating. And how much weight have you lost?
At least like 30 pounds.
Say more. And what about self? What about self-respect?
Self respect, I could say I never, I could say I never get crazy with it. I always keep it close.
Post. What does that mean?
Like I always stay in my lane, knowing not how to go too far, knowing the extreme levels of it, from being in, learning from the program from the first time.
Okay, and is that why your pants are falling down right now?
My pants falling down right now because I didn't put my belt on.
Okay, and so it has something to do with self-respect, how we look at one each other.
Oh yeah, 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 because my pants keep falling down. And everybody keeps saying you pull your pants up. And I'm not usually dressed like that
So why are you dressed like it today?
because I just forgot to get my belt.
Okay, so Jermaine, if you don't mind me asking, I want to move to sadness, because I'm sensing an underlying sadness, deep sadness. I mean, deep sadness, and I have it as well. And I want to just identify it so that we can make that one of our priorities. Okay, how can we overcome? We identify the problem, and right now, I think the most important problem. You talked about depression and why you're having depression. We talked about the violence. I mean, and just the peace of living you're not experiencing, and drug use, and how it's tearing you apart. Okay, and we talked about isolation, self-esteem, self-worth, self-worth. Where are you from 1 to 10?
10.
I mean, you really think a lot of yourself?
Oh no, no, that's like at a 3, 4.
Right. Okay. So your self worth is like a 3 or 4. Okay. And that goes with self respect, self esteem that needs to be dealt or built back up, redeemed. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want to get to the loneliness part. Okay. If you're comfortable, and only if you're comfortable, can you tell me um, about this loneliness that you're dealing with? If you don't mind me saying, I sense that your heart is broken, and I'll use metaphors. Okay, um, I sense that you have deep emotions that you're hiding, and they need to be released. And in order for you to heal, we need to address those emotions. Because when we identify a problem, maybe we should come up with a solution. Okay, and even how we look at the problem. So why you tell me what's going on? I want to know what's going on.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing my jobs over that dumb drugs. I just want to do the right thing. Live an
Okay,
honest man.
okay. Is that as deep as you want to go today? Is that as deep as you want to go? Because we can go even deeper.
No.
We can go even deeper. Jermaine. So right now you're saying you're just going to leave it to the level where you're tired of losing jobs because of drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so forth. And are you happy with your life?
Yeah, because I know I made the best decision for my life.
How?
To start getting high and getting focused.
And that's now in the present. Current.
Yeah.
Okay, current. Okay, so where that's clarified as current, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you look back, and we cannot change the past, okay? Are you happy with your life?
No, but I know I'm gonna have a good, long, a good life too. This is what I just had that hard struggle life. I know I'm gonna have a. It's going from that bad to good.
And I've been here 5 years, and nothing has changed.
No,
It's a cycle. You
it's
say you
cycle.
want to get better, and it doesn't happen. So I guess I'm trying to, Jermaine, I want you to heal. I need for you to heal. You're not happy with yourself, and this is I should have stopped. But and I'm not supposed to tell you. You're supposed to tell me, okay? But um, in order for healing to occur, we have to identify problems, and you're not happy, are you? And why not?
Because I keep failing.
And you keep feeling how?
Keep getting high and not at work and get over easy jobs.
And okay, so why do you keep getting high? Why do you think you keep getting high? I mean, give me a reason.
It's like I go, it's like I stop and then I just fall back into it. So,
Okay, so you allow yourself to fall back.
Yeah.
Okay?
That come with people, places, and names. And the environment you move around.
Exactly. I associate that illness, substance abuse, has lots to do with people, places, and things. So, and people you hang around, correct? So, why do you go back to them?
I start getting stressful. I can't sleep, and I know it helps me sleep, but I know it's not good for me.
Okay, so today you are on your 10th day. I see symptoms, I see signs. How is it going to change?
It's just going to slowly work its way out the body, just like it came into the body. It's gonna work itself out the body. So,
Okay, and then be more specific. Succinctly stated, how are you going to keep yourself from going back to the same people, places, and things?
from staying away from them type of body places and environments and working and just staying focused.
How was your childhood?
My childhood it was good, but it was bad.
And how was it bad?
I got shot when I was 9 years old. I broke my arm twice when I was and then it seemed like me and my little sister, we had to fight for food and all that stuff. And, like just a kid handling grown up things.
And how was your relationship with your mother?
More like a 50-50 type relationship.
Who was that? I'm sorry.
Her at work, well, she don't.
Okay, and in such relationship, did she care about you?
Yeah, but I say she could do it better.
Now, with me and you working together, what would you like our outcome to be? because I want to work with you. You're going to be my test patient. So what would you like our outcome to be? And my teacher actually going to give me feedback as well.
I like it. I like to be back to, you know me, liking doing the stuff I like to do and smiling every day and looking good and pick just getting my weight back up.
Okay, and okay, and that's great. How are we going to go about doing that?
Doing what I got to do every day.
Okay, and what is what we have to do? I don't understand.
So
Sorry.
what I have to do is stop doing drugs and stay clean and going to therapy and all that stuff. Doing what you're supposed to be doing instead of standing still, doing positive things.
And the overwhelming sadness that you're experiencing, how are you going to deal with that?
It's not use the drugs anymore.
Well, yeah, the drugs were escape. So if you don't have the drugs, now you have to deal with the actual problem.
The
Right?
brain,
Right.
gravity.
Right. You have to deal with the actual problem. So how are we going to do that?
I guess coping skills with the brains and all that good stuff.
And I guess my final question is, at our next meeting, what do you expect? What should we do? Because I'm going to consider this a brief counseling session, meaning maybe 8 sessions or so. Okay. So at our next meeting, what are some things we can talk about? How can we help you?
About how moving forward, and just getting to doing the right thing,
Okay.
and how to keeping my mind skills cool and staying focused and staying away from bullshit stuff.
Okay. And but how do we deal with the me part? Okay. I. Okay. I don't want to hear about the stuff. I want to see how we're dealing with the individual, and the individual is you. So how can we work on making you better?
By just probably going out doing different things and doing the right thing, and staying away from people, places, and environments.
Okay, and so you're doing the right thing. What do you mean by that?
By working and getting my parents back and doing good this year.
Okay, and did you say the same thing last year?
Yeah, but I wasn't worried about it because I was doing that. But I was
You're
still
doing what?
the drug.
Okay,
But
so
I
you're
still be working and stuff.
okay. So this vicious cycle it brings you down to a lower level, correct?
Yes, and I'm tired
Each
of it
time,
because I
right?
keep trying to build my life up and it keep taking me back down.
Right. So
Keep coming back
you
up.
see the vicious cycle. You see how the cycle tears you apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I need your permission to um, show this to my professor. Do I have your permission?
Yes.
Okay, and also to get feedback from her because I would like to work with you because you are my nephew, and I don't like what I see, and I just need. She's teaching me how to be a counselor. That's her job. Some class, you know, to be such. So I have your permission, and I think what we can do at during our next meeting, I want to focus on feelings. We didn't focus on feelings, okay? I mean, I see the beginning tears, but we're not where we want to be, okay? You have to get it all out in order to overcome. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it 100%.
Okay. And okay. And thank you for your time. And do know that I'm coming after you, okay? In my counseling. I really want to deal with the problem. And a lot of problems are associated with our socioeconomic status, our color, our gender, religion, um, different avenues, different challenges, different methods, different identities are the cause of our problems. And I'm looking more to advocate on your behalf um, as a counselor. And I think we got some really good stuff. I can do my report and give it to the teacher. And I know I've done wrong things too. She'll tell, you know, on my evaluation, how I've done. But as far as today, how do you feel?
I feel good.
In what way?
Like it was a good session.
Okay. So you were able to express some of your sadness and
Yeah, and
loneliness.
I knew that you cared. That's why was able to talk to you in the way I did.
Okay.
And I know some programs they don't care. They act like they care, but they don't care.
Okay. So this is our first session. This is my first counseling session ever. Okay. So Professor, thank you. I think this has been very helpful.